Hello folks, it is Setup Day at Canton. Welcome to the channel, Redneck Money, where we focus on achieving our true freedom through financial independence. Now, it is Wednesday at the Canton First Monday Trade Days. It's held the weekend before the first Monday of every month. And I am going to just walk around just in my little area. I can't do the whole show because it's like 5 miles long, but my little area below the Civic Center. Now, that blue roof building up there is the Civic Center. We are just down in the field from there. Lots of vendors. There's my van. This is my booth. My wife is setting up the displays right now. And one of these days I will do a video on how we set up. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Sydney, come on. I'm walking with my 4-year-old Sydney. She is taking a drink before we leave. We're going to walk around a bit. One thing that is big in Canton here is plants. Trees. My neighbor here sells trees. His neighbor sells trees. I can't remember what they sell in those tents. I've seen them in there before, but I think it's wood products. Looks like it because there's stacks of wood there. Flags and yard decorations. Antiques. Now, here in Texas, antiques are big. Antiques are big here in Texas. This is a little food stand. I know these ladies. They make meat pies, beef, chicken, and crawfish. And they also do things like corn dogs and stuff. This trailer is parked here all the time. They never move it. This is their only, although the only spot this trailer goes to, and they work it every month. And this is their spot too. They put tables out for people to dine in. And we got more antiques. Antiques are big in Texas. More plants. Plants are big in Texas. More antiques and miscellaneous stuff here. Now this is setup day, so people, the vendors are allowed to bring their vehicles down onto the field to get their booths set up. Pretty flowers. Look, Sydney, pretty flowers. Pretty flowers, huh? More antiques. This is kind of the antique section. In a sense, they have different sections. They even have live animals here. Some people sell live animals, but this is the antique section. We'll just kind of walk down here. And like I said, all the vendors are setting up right now, so you can see a lot of vehicles right in the roadway. Okay, Canton is so big. There's a vendor that rents these little scooters out, and I think they charge like $60 a day. And people rent them. People rent them like crazy. People rent them like crazy. There is an investment opportunity right there. If you had $10,000 or $20,000 and you wanted to just make money off of that, right there, because you don't have to replenish the inventory. You just have to maintain the scooter. Good investment opportunity. Old swing. Or actually, that might be a newer swing. It looks like somebody just built that out of wood. Looks like they found an old log, milled it, and made a swing out of it. More antiques. Antiques. You know what? Let's go this way. Ice cold drinks, some funnel cakes. Gotta love that. Oh, old windows. Windows sell big here. Old windows sell fantastic here. It seems like every show I go to in Texas, there's somebody selling old windows. Decorations. Now, my wife thought about doing something like this, making buckets and planters out of some old pallets that we have back at our house. We have like several hundred old pallets that we're thinking about starting to build stuff out of them and see where we're at, you know. And there's some more set up over there. Somebody's setting up their tent. just like my wife and I just did. Nice pretty creek. Step over here out of the way, Sid. Over here. Come on. Somebody rolling in with their inventory. It's a big truck, huh? Another concessions trailer. That's why I say one of the things that you can resell and make a good profit on is food, if you have a setup to do it. But like I said, you have to go through the permitting. Okay. Here is a good example of a good setup for a food vendor right here in front of us. They have their little trailer where they cook the food back there in the back, a concessions trailer. But then they set up a tent and actually put tables out so people can sit and dine outdoors. And you know, when the weather's nice, it's a great way to do it. But they put it under a tent, so if it starts raining, they can still do it. Another food trailer, concessions trailer. We're gonna go up the hill here a little ways and go and take a gander at the pavilions. They have spaces you can rent undercover, where you know, if it rains, you don't have to worry about setting up a tent. If it rains, you're undercover, you don't have to worry about it. It's a Bigfoot. I'm looking at that Bigfoot up there on the other side of the garbage can here. This is the main road that comes into this property. Now, Canton is several different properties. This particular property is owned and run by the city of Canton, and you go to them to rent a spot. But the other property is actually run by a private individual. I guess a guy owned it for decades, and then he passed away, and somebody else is running it for him now. I think one of his kids or something. But look at this Bigfoot. Look at this Bigfoot. Every time I see something like this, I think of that old Eddie Murphy skit. Gus, your wife's a Bigfoot, Gus. She's a Bigfoot. Musical instruments, longhorns. And keep in mind, this is just setup day. I will do some filming of the actual show in the different areas throughout the weekend. Well, let's walk down here to this pavilion thingy here. Some people here sell clothing. They sell their clothes. That's why I was saying you can start from nothing. Even if you have a bag of old clothes, wash them, clean them up, iron them, sell them as used. You get a couple of bucks out of them. A couple of bucks will go a long way if you keep it up. Got to do it consistently, you know, consistency. Dixie Lofts. Those are all little shops that people have made in there. And they basically rent them like storage units. Are quite a bit more expensive, but they just store their inventory in there, and then on Canton trade days, they open it up and set up shop. Sausage on a stick. I wonder if they have jalapenos on a stick. Referencing Jeff. You guys, if you know who I'm not talking about, you'll know. More antiques. Another lemonade stand underneath its own little pavilion thingy. That's got to be handy. I bet you that ain't cheap either. Now keep in mind, if you want to rent one of these, hold on, truck's going by. If you want to rent one of these, the prices vary pretty wildly. We got a cheap spot because all we're renting is a chunk of grass. We have our own tent, temporary carport type setup that we set up our shop in. So all we need is a chunk of grass. We don't need anything too extravagant. Ours does come with electricity. We do use it because we take credit cards and everything like that. This property does have Wi-Fi. And up at the office, they have the password for it and so on like that. Dry Creek Landing. Here, let go, hon. Scratch my nose. Dry Creek Landing. These guys are more of a permanent tenant here, and they have all sorts of stuff in there. They have all sorts of stuff. Now these guys, I think they do similar to what we do. They buy liquidation and turn around and sell it. All brand new stuff. No used antiques here. Maryland's Ferry House is over there. I'm not sure what she sells. I have not looked around in that one. Rachel's Country Charm Quilts of Distinction. So I'm assuming she sells quilts. Rachel does. Not the Marylands, but Rachel does. And we're walking and we're walking. This place is huge. Like I said, this place is like 5 miles long. I'm about 10 minutes into my walk. And we haven't stopped anywhere, wasted any time. We've just been walking around, and we just hit a small fraction of it. I'm going to go up here and take a right. These are similar to the ones we saw back there, where people rent them by the month, or sometimes they rent them by the year. And they just go ahead and set up shop in there. And then during the trade days, once a month, they open up their doors, set out some displays and some signs, and boom, there you go. And usually when you rent these spots, electricity does come with it. Here's more of Overstock Joe's. Here. Setting up a bouncy house or something in there. I think that's one of Sydney's favorite places to go. Jelly ball. And we'll revisit this in other videos once it's all set up and everything like that. But if you go through here, I think this is actually considered the back of this building. But I have walked on the other side of this building when it's actually open, and you know, for business. And this row right here was a sea of people. That trailer won't be there. It'll be gone tomorrow. But it's kind of like an outdoor mall. It's just crazy insane here. Anyway, we're going to head back to our tent. See if we can get there in the next 2 or 3 minutes. Yeah, we're right over there. There's the plant dealer. Oh, wait. There's the plant dealer. No, there's the plant. Which plant dealer are we next to? I do know we're right next to that big red Texas Best barn. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up, and I will post more videos of setup, and also videos of when we're actually open for business. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe the video. And I will have a Patreon link. If you like my work, I'll have a Patreon link in the description below. And I might even put up my eBay store link. I got to revamp my eBay store. Thank you so much, and you guys have a good day.